Good afternoon. My name is Brendan. First things first, everyone just take a deep breath. And I'll go, okay, this is a really heavy kind of topic, right? So don't worry about it. I want this to be useful. I want it to be light. If you have questions, interject. Do what you need to do. Ask them. I want this to be interactive. And hopefully it'll be useful to you. So first things first, who the heck is this guy? Who am I to stand up here and talk to you guys about this? I'm a master's in social work. I'm an associate clinical social worker. I've been a mental health therapist. I've been a life coach. I've been a behavioral health case manager. Basically, all of that stuff is basically just says that I really like to help people get through stuff. Okay? So that's really just it. That's me. I'm hoping this is going to be good for you, and I hope you guys can get through this. Okay, so I'd like to jump into the heavy stuff real quick, real fast, right? Let's just do it. So, depression. Everybody knows what depression is. Everybody knows what we're thinking. And this is a clinical definition right here by the National Institute of Mental Health, okay? But the big thing about depression is it's not a daily, like, I feel it a couple minutes. This is an oppressive kind of feeling. It's something that really just weighs on you, and you can always feel it. And the key points on this one is that last couple of few words that says it has to last more than 2 weeks. Okay, so if it's not lasting those 2 weeks, you may be experiencing some depression, but it's not clinical in nature. So, hopefully you'll get through it. Maybe it's just a funk. Maybe you just need to go outside and get a little bit of sun, have a little extra vitamin C, get some vitamin D running, and that should help you. But for the most part, when you're talking about depression, you're talking about something that's lasting and oppressive, okay? We all know what it looks like, right? We've seen all of this, okay? This is very typical, very normal stuff, right? Where you're kind of hidden, you don't know what to do. The ones that are brand new is we're finding that a lot of people are getting depressed because most of their interactions through screen time, okay? You don't have that same personal interaction. You don't have that same connection with people. We've developed a system of pheromones, chemical transfers, things like that, where we actually interact and we get a happy feeling from the touch of another person, from having a good conversation in person, things like that. So that's one of the things that we want to make sure that we're paying attention to, is that we're understanding what depression is, how it affects us, and what it looks like. The other side of it is it doesn't always look like this. Okay? Sometimes it looks a lot more like someone just having a normal day. But deep inside, they're experiencing this, but they're putting on a face for everyone else because it's what's expected, okay? Anxiety, we know this one, right? I know I'm feeling some right now. Talking to you guys, standing out here, I've got lots of eyes on me. And according to the American Psychiatric Association, it's a normal reaction. Anxiety is normal, you guys. If you don't feel anxiety, there's probably something wrong with you, okay? I know I'm feeling it up here, but I know it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, get those juices running. The sweaty palms, you feel it running, the hair on the back of your neck, you're going, right? You've been excited about things. That excitement is the same thing. That's an anxiety response. But those are normal responses. Okay, anxiety, when you start talking about it in a clinical manner, it's really, really impacting. It makes it so that you can't do the thing. If I was up here and I just decided, oh, no, I can't. Okay, and I'm out. That's more clinical level anxiety. Okay, so when we're talking about anxiety, remember, anxiety is a normal response. In our body, we have two systems, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic system, and they work in tandem. They're there to help you stay alive. People have heard about the fight, flight, or freeze? Yeah? Anybody here not heard about that? Okay, awesome. So, anxiety was designed to keep you alive, and it ties into our fight or flight system, okay? Anyone recognize anyone here? I know I'm the middle guy half the time, right? We've all been there, okay? And it isn't always this thing where you're laying in bed, bloodshot eyes, and crying to sleep. It could be literally like the guy in the lower right, sitting in front of your computer, just not knowing what to do. Where do I go? What's next? Oh my gosh, am I going to get this done in time? Can I do this? Depression and anxiety are linked to imposter syndrome. So let's talk about what imposter syndrome is, okay? Imposter syndrome is a pervasive feeling. This is deep. It's not that self-doubt, can I do this? This is a deep feeling that you feel in your bones. Something that you just can't just, whatever, shake it off. It hits you. It hits you hard. It's very real, okay? So when you're talking about imposter syndrome, I want to make sure that we're getting that line drawn between self-doubt. You know, okay, I'm in a competition. Am I going to win this? Oh, I don't know if I'm going to win this. That's self-doubt. That's fine. That's fine. And you go and you do it, and you're just like, okay, I got through it. Yes, I did this. And then when you go to accept your prize, oh my God, I'm a fraud. I cheated. They didn't know. I stepped off too early. I didn't follow all the rules. Oh my gosh. And you what if yourself into this situation where you've convinced yourself that you do not deserve this. Okay? So when we're talking about this, we want to make sure that we're talking about that deep feeling, that thing that you just can't shake. For me, after having been asked to do this talk, had a couple moments where I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to be standing in front of all of these people, and they're going to be watching me, they're going to be looking at me, and they are going to know that I'm a fake. They're going to know that I cheated. They're going to know that I don't deserve to be up there talking to them. Who am I to talk to them? And it shook me. It took me a while to get over it. I was putting this together, and I almost threw it away and canceled. It's a real thing. It hits everyone. I experienced it. And I've done this. This is my world. Mental health is my world. I know it. I've worked with some of the most chronically mentally ill people and been able to help them. But yet, when it came to talking to you guys, I froze. I got scared. I didn't think I deserved to be here talking to you, and that someone better should do this. But I am qualified for this, and I know I can do this, and I know I can help you guys. But yet I still feel these things. So when you're going through your day, and you're feeling this, and this hits you, just know, it happens to everyone. Okay? Depression and anxiety are linked to imposter syndrome, and these are some of the ways we kind of experience them. Okay? This is more the how does this feel to me? What does this look like? Right? When you're feeling the depressive symptoms of imposter syndrome. I'm not qualified. Oh gosh, I can't do this. I'm just too tired. This is too much. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm exhausted just trying to put this together. And for no reason, the only way you can even remotely let it out is just crying and letting those tears go. Okay? The flip side of it, anxiety, the anxious feelings. Okay? Oh my God, they're going to know I'm a fraud. They're going to think I'm a fraud. Everyone is going to walk out on me while I'm talking today. And I'm not going to be good enough. I can't even start this project because I'm just too anxious about it. I don't know where to start, how to start. It's too big. It's too big. Let's just close the door on that. I'm going to put it away. And then the fatigue. Anxiety and depression drain you. Okay? Imposter syndrome does the same thing. It drains you of your will. It drains you of everything that you want to try and do. Just the energy to try and get it done. And it's really, really hard. But we can do something about it, okay? I know I just brought the room down, right? Oh my God, everyone's like, this is heavy. What's going on here? Okay? But you can do something about it. You can manage it. This isn't a permanent state of being, okay? There are ways to get over it. There are ways to manage it, to make it small, and it's like a skill. The more you do it, the better you are at that skill, okay? I am a terrible hockey player because I don't practice, okay? What I can do is I can go and build things. I've practiced that. I can garden. I've practiced that. Killed the first few gardens that I put in. Nothing grew. I thought I had a dead finger on me. But you know what? I kept at it, and I got better. And then I started getting things that would grow, and they started to flourish. And then that moment that I was able to take a bite of the first vegetable I grew. Okay, it was a zucchini. I should have washed it, but I just couldn't help myself. I took a bite of it right there in the middle of the yard because I was just so excited that I had done this thing. So you can manage this. This isn't something that is permanent. It's not going to last forever, and you can continue to move forward. First thing you want to do when you are talking about imposter syndrome and that feeling of gloom and doom, name it. Name it. Okay? When I say, hey, everybody, who's Brendan? You know it's me. I'm named. I'm defined. I am a thing. When we start talking about imposter syndrome and all the feelings and fears we have, it's nebulous. It's this big, scary kind of thing that we really don't know what it looks like, but it scares us. Okay? When you name something, you've defined it. And once something is defined, you know what it can and it can't do. Okay? You know, okay, this can make me feel fatigued. This can't kill me. This can't last forever. When you name your imposter syndrome, you say, nope, this is what I'm experiencing. This is what I'm feeling. You've named it. You are shining light on it, and it can no longer creep into the spaces that you aren't watching. Okay? So the first thing I want you to do when you are starting to feel these symptoms of imposter syndrome, of anxiety, of depression, I want you to name it. I want you to say, nope, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this way. Okay, that's just the anxiety creeping up. That's just the feelings of depression. That's just the feelings of imposter syndrome creeping up on me. It's not real. It's not forever. I know what this is. I can manage this. I have the skills to do it. This is one of my first personal methods of managing anxiety, depression, imposter syndrome. Personal activation. When I say personal activation, I mean do something that makes you feel confident. Okay? If it's wearing your favorite shirt because you're a little nervous. Okay? If it's wearing a vest because it feels like a warm hug and I can do this, do it. Okay? I'm calling myself out on all this stuff up here, and you guys are looking at me like, man, this dude is nuts. Okay? But do it. Do the things that make you happy. Do the things that make you feel good. Okay? Be that little girl with the rocket on her back. You got this. If that rocket makes you feel powerful, have your rocket. Find it. Do your thing. Make it so that you are enjoying what you are doing, that you feel confident, you feel comfortable. Sometimes we can't change the things we wear because we can't. We have to dress a certain way, right? You can wear your favorite socks. You can wear your favorite underwear. You know, you can wear that piece of jewelry that somebody who really believes in you gave you. And you can have that with you so that you feel that same confidence that they had in you. You can do these things. When you activate yourself, you're activating your own strengths. My strengths are not your strengths. Your strengths are not my strengths. You have your things. I can't tell you how to activate you. You know how to activate you. You know those moments when you're walking out and you just feel good. Yeah, I got this one. Those things. Those things that make you feel that way. Use them. Because they will help you combat this. Okay? In this, I really, really appreciate the pictures of Thor and Captain Marvel. Because they both, throughout, I don't know if you guys have seen it, maybe it's a little too nerdy, but I'm calling myself out on this. But Thor went through a huge story arc of imposter syndrome.
I just watched the last Avengers and his solo one that came before that, back to back, 2 hours ago.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
He's got a lot of range.
Right? Yeah. Right? And so in this picture in particular, this is right when he's starting to battle his sister Hela, the goddess of death, and he gets beat up pretty bad in the very beginning. She destroys everything and she whoops him, right? And it's, hey, remember who you are. Activate you. Don't try and be someone else. Activate you. You are strong. You are powerful. Okay? And the reason I like Captain Marvel in this one is because it's actually the flip. She was trying to fit into what they wanted her to be, and she couldn't be herself. When she was finally able to activate herself in her full capacity, no one could touch her. You guys are the same. Every one of you. When you activate yourself and you utilize those systems that you have to make you the best you, no one can touch you. We all remember this, right? Maybe someone's too young. But positive affirmations, okay? You tell yourself, look at yourself in the mirror. Find that mirror and say, you know what? I'm good enough. I'm strong enough. I'm smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like you, okay? Tell yourself these things. I know it's silly. I know it is. But just think about it. When you think about doing that in just a little bit, how silly it is to do that, you get just that little bit of dopamine hit from doing something silly and fun. Okay? And then you start to associate these things with it. In the morning, when you do this, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself, I'm good enough. I'm strong enough. I can do this. Let's go. You start reinforcing it in yourself. It becomes something that you're going to start believing. The problem with this particular set of disorders, anxiety, depression, imposter syndrome, is that they are self-reinforcing. Every time you say, no, I can't, you reinforce that you can't. And the problem is depression, anxiety, imposter syndrome, they're liars. They're like low-down, dirty liars. They lie to you. They tell you you can't do these things. You're not good enough. You don't have the energy. You're not capable. Okay? They're liars. Tell yourself the truth. I can do this. I know how to do this. I was taught how to do this. I'm capable. I may not have done this exact thing, but I've done something very similar. And I can use that to get me through this. You can do this. Positive affirmations. Okay? If it's in the form of sticky notes on a wall, and you stop and you look at it, maybe you put up inspiring quotes. Maybe you put up some things that you have done to remind yourself, hey, I have done things. I've accomplished things. These are what I've accomplished. I really like the list on the right. I am awesome because. Make yourself a list. I'm awesome because I actually got up here and talked to you guys, even though I was shaking. Okay? I can write that down. Put it on a piece of paper, fold it up, carry it in my wallet. After a year, that paper should be so raggedy because I've opened it up and reminded myself how awesome I am and been adding to it. bet you're going to have to make another list. And you keep doing that. You keep it there. It's going to get to a point where you don't even need to pull the list out because you've read it so much that you can just tap your pocket, touch your purse. There's all the reasons I'm awesome. Okay? Positive affirmations. These are reinforcements. The more we tell ourselves something, the more likely we are to believe it. Okay? So choose what you are letting yourself believe. You can choose to let yourself believe the negative, or you can choose to let yourself believe the positive. This one's always fun. Challenging for truth. Okay? When something's telling you you're not good enough or you're a fraud, ask it. Is that true? When you feel like you're not good enough, is that true? Show me the evidence. What evidence is there that I'm not good enough? Show me. I think I am. You're saying I'm not? Show me the proof. And it can't. These things can't prove to you that you're not. But you can prove that you are. You're good enough. Challenge for that truth. Okay? Is it real? Is this real? No, don't apply for the job. You know, you're not going to get it anyway. Is that real? Is that real? No, I can get this job. I can do it. Everybody thinks you're fake anyway. Is that real? No. Nobody thinks I'm fake. I mean, well, maybe I do right now, but nobody else does. Wait, that's not true either. I don't think I'm a fake. Challenge it for the truth. Okay? All of these things I'm talking about, they're skills. They're simple things that you can do and get stronger with. Okay? I like sports analogies for it because you have to put in the hours and hours of repetitive, droning practice. Shooting a free throw. Eventually I'll be able to make one. Today's not today. But eventually I'll be able to make one. I'm going to keep practicing. I'm going to get good at it. Okay? Drawing. I can draw a circle. Woohoo! It actually looks like a circle instead of an egg. Yes! That takes practice. These skills are practicable. When you practice them, they become more effective. The more effective they are, the less you start feeling those other symptoms that you don't want to feel. Practice these things. And I really just like him screaming, I want the truth! Because you should be able to yell at these annoying, just evil thoughts that are creeping into your mind and keeping you from being your best you. Grounding. Grounding is a set of skills, okay? It's very much what it looks like. It's very much what it sounds like. It's not like with children when they misbehave and we put them in their room and they're not allowed to have anything. This is very much in the way like electricity. Okay, the purpose of a ground when you're talking about electrical circuits and things like that is a way to dissipate excess energy. Okay? Worry, depression, anxiety, stress. These are all excess energies. If you don't have a way to get them out of your body, they're going to stay in your body and they're going to mess with you. When you have something that overloads the system at home, you have a circuit breaker or a fuse, something that blows, right? It explodes. Something bad happens